Alright guys, welcome back, and we are on Mission 3, the Sargasso Space Zone, getting all the S-Flags. And some of you that watched the ones for number 1 and 2, and I think I mentioned it once in the story mode, I did mention that there were a few that were hard. One of these is extremely hard, and it's the only one that's in space, and it's very, very annoying. Not that I think I'll need it, but I'm going to grab this extra life right here. And now we're going to get started before I destroy all of the targets. I don't actually have to destroy all the targets, and I won't be. Okay, so S-Flag number 1. If you are looking at your spaceship from this direction, and you see it going out, turn to your right, and you'll see a yellowish area, and there's one of these little tank guys. Shoot him down, and then there's one right here where the door is, which you can't actually enter, but you get what I'm saying. There's S-Flag number 1. S-Flag number 2, you need to go to your southeast corner, which is your bottom right corner, for those of you that don't know your directions very well. It does have a target if that helps it make it a little bit easier. Get rid of everything in the area. Stop it. Make sure there's nobody else here. Now there's you. Okay. Now you'll see this little computer console thing. There was one on the other side. It had the extra life. Aim up at the top of it with R. And there's your second S-Flag. I already mentioned this, but there are 4 of them that are inside the base, and one of them is outside in space. And it's the worst one for this level. Yeah, believe it or not, there are harder ones. I'm gonna go ahead and get the target here. Okay, now how do I get over there? Go and get the target for right here. Yeah, they are, we know. Alright, there we go. Now this box right here in the middle, you just get it to go in by one of the platforms. Let me get my actual blaster out. Use a fully charged shot, that will only work on it. And there's the S-Flag. It's not invisible, so don't worry about having to shoot the S-Flag. The box was kind of there by itself, so if you found that one, then it's probably not that big a deal. No offense, but that one's probably the easiest one here. Get off the elevator. Jerk.
So this is the highest area in the hideout.
Look out for enemy ambushes!
Don't forget to sidestep when you want to.
Nope, I didn't really need to. The sniper rifle and the machine gun are really the only extra weapons I use, minus my, obviously, the blaster for this.
Use a sniper rifle to pick off foes' positions. Destruction of transfer device confirmed. That's it, Fox. Only one transfer device left.
How did that miss? Come on, machine gun. Yeah, I'm good. The key to defeating those things for me is just to run straight at them with the machine gun while I'm firing. Alright, so your next S-Flag is in here, so I'd recommend getting rid of all the enemies.
The machine gun's not working on that enemy.
I know it's not working on that enemy. I've got to switch to sniper rifle.
Fox, there are new enemies on the space front.
I guess you could also throw grenades in there if you wanted.
Enemy shut down.
I'm not sure how well that would work though. Get rid of the target.
Well done. This means we can take it.
Yes, Star Wolf will show up in a second. There's one up here on top of the little computer thing inside this area, and there's an S-Flag. Ignoring Star Wolf. There's an extra life there if you want it. I'm doing this in mission mode, so unless I manage to die 6 times.
Enough small talk.
Alright, come on elevator, let's go.
It's unavoidable, Fox. Repel the enemy with your
Alright, so go all the way back down here. You can just jump. There's no fall damage in this game, so thank goodness for that. And get your R-Wing.
Slippy, you're in charge of gaining control of the hideout.
Now this one is very, very hard, so listen very carefully on this one. I will use my finger to point out for each area for this. Okay.
Leave it to me, Fox.
Go to the right-hand area on this line right here. I will be using my map profusely at this point, so just go straight along this line right here where there's no meteors. And in a second, this asteroid right here, very carefully, right there, not one. If you had to choose between a colored one and one that has no color on the inside, it's one that has no color on the inside. It's fairly large. It has an enemy on it. Shoot that enemy, and there is an S flag inside of there. That one is extremely difficult to find, and no offense, but it would not surprise me if it took you quite a while to find it, because I know it took me a long time to find it.
Come on, Fox. Get a move on.
I would be able to if you went over here, Crystal. And I'm going to go ahead and finish out the mission because I have time.
This isn't looking good. I'm in real trouble.
There you go. You're welcome.
Nice work, Fox. You're pretty good in the pinch.
Once again, if you have questions, especially on that last one, then feel free to comment. It is extremely hard to find that S flag, like I said, so if you don't find it first try, don't feel upset. Because it was very hard to find that one. Alright, Leon's out.
There are enemies, Fox. Get the guys to the rear. Don't get uppity, you amateurs.
So whoever's shooting at me is getting very annoying. Of course, it's Panther, obviously.
Go down, Fox.
I don't think so.
I'm not too proud of what you just witnessed.
Good, you probably shouldn't be.
Make me mad and your life's as good as gone.
Whatever.
Can't believe I get beat.
Alright, now where's Panther? Thanks for trying to help Crystal, but I can take care of it.
Nice going.
Alright, so that is it for Mission 3. For the most part, it's pretty easy. I'd say the hardest ones are probably the second one, just because it's in a weird location that's not very obvious. And the last one's probably by far the hardest for this one. It's probably one of the toughest overall. Probably not the toughest, but definitely the toughest for this mission. So that's all the S flags for this mission. I hope that was somewhat informative, and next time, whenever this start screen is done, I will tackle Mission 4, Fachina Into the Storm. This one is fairly difficult as well, so be prepared for that. If I had to choose my top 5 hardest ones, it'd be Mission 3, because that one, Mission 4, Mission 6 and 7, and Mission 9. Mission 8's actually not too bad once you know where they are. Mission 10's not too hard either. But I will see you guys next time when I tackle Fachina Into the Storm S flags.